things I've done and how it's been. I've seen a lot of sunshine, I've slept out in the rain, spent a night or two all on my own. I've known my lady's pleasures, I've had myself some friends, spent a night or two in my own home. I have to say it now, it's been a good life all in all. It's really fine to have the chance to hang around, lie there by the fire and watch the evening tire, while all my friends and my sweet lady sit and pass the love around. We talked of poems and prayers and promises and things that we believed in, how sweet it is to love someone, how right it is to care, how long it's been since yesterday, what about tomorrow, and what about our dreams and all the memories we shared. The days they pass so quickly now, the nights are seldom long. The air around me whispers when it's cold. Changes somehow frighten me, but still I have to smile. It turns me on to think of growing old. But though my life's been good to me, there's still so much to do, so many things my mind has never known. I'd like to raise a family, I'd like to sail away and dance across the mountains on the moon. I have to say it now, it's been a good life all in all. It's really fine to have the chance to hang around, lie there by the fire and watch the evening tire, while all my friends and my sweet lady sit and pass the love around. We talked of poems and prayers and promises and things that we believed in, how sweet it is to love someone, how right it is to care, how long it's been since yesterday, what about tomorrow, and what about our dreams and all the memories we share.
Good morning. Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Northern Nevada, where it is our mission to grow together in love, faith, justice, and joy. We here at UUFNN are growing, not just in numbers, but in our faith that by being and working together, we can bring about justice and build a compassionate community. It is a joy to see each of you this Sunday as we connect on Zoom for a time of reflection and introspection. We welcome all to be part of us regardless of racial identity, ethnic background, judicial history, immigration status, sexual orientation, or gender identity. UUFNN is about compassion and support, not judgment. I'm Bill Miller, personal pronouns, he, him, his, personal passions, climate change, social justice. It is my pleasure to serve as your worship associate this morning for our Music That Sustains Us service led by Reverend Karen Foster. We here at UUFNN love having new people join us. And if that's you, feel free to contact the office or our website for more information. You can also click on the link in the chat box to fill out the newcomer form and sign up for our newsletter that will keep you informed of all the activities here at UUFNN. Since we're meeting on Zoom today, you can update your on-screen name if needed, which helps everyone know who you are. Note that you will remain muted during the service, but you can use the chat box for comments, primarily during the prayer and meditation sessions. As a courtesy, please refrain from posting announcements while folks are presenting. Following the service, I invite you to join us for coffee time, where we break into small virtual groups to visit face-to-face. Thank you for being with us this morning.
Today, we're all about all of the ways that music can sustain and uplift us. The invitation is ours this morning to let the music wash over us, to open to a new sense of wonder about every note and the way that the notes come together to create something marvelous and unexpected. Let us tune in to what music can be and do for each of us, especially in these days. You're invited to grab your chalice if you have it nearby, and we can light our chalices together as I offer for us our chalice lighting words for this morning. They are by Gwen Matthews and entitled, Feel That. Feel that? Every breath, every inhale, exhale, we are living, breathing, connected. We are the whole, complete, beautiful selves that we were born to be. Feel that? In your bones, in your muscles, in your heart, in your blood. That is extraordinary you. The you who was born for this time, this place, this moment. Feel that? The struggle, the worry, the pain, the loss, the grief, it is still you. You are still whole, complete, beautiful, extraordinary. Feel that. I'm going to invite you to feel that in this next piece of music, and I defy you to get through the whole piece without a single toe tap or involuntary movement. I bet you can't do it.
We are building a new way. We are building a new way. We are building a new way, feeling stronger every day. We are building a new way. We can feed our every need. Every need. We can feed our every need. Every need. We can feed our every need. Start with love, that is the seed. We can feed our every need. Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom is our cry. Peace and freedom is our cry. Without these, our world will die. Peace and freedom is our cry. We are building a new way. We are building a new way. We are building a new way, feeling stronger every day. We are building a new way. A new way, a new way, a new
And now I invite you to join Lee Mayers and Blake Mayers as they do some fiddling together. You're gonna love this. Fiddling around.
All the songs we just played are fiddle songs, and the reason Blake and I really like fiddle songs is because it seems to be a more like informal way that we like to play our orchestra music. So instead of being a really long piece, it's just a bunch of these little tunes that we like to play.
Thank you. That was wonderful. This is a time in our service when we have the opportunity to share our bounty with each other. Hey, you don't expect this show for free, do you? Seriously, it's through your generosity and dedication that we here at UUFNN are self-sufficient. No small feat in this era of COVID variants and social disruption. By each of us stepping forward and offering what we can continue to provide support for all that we do for each other and the wider community. Please share what bounty you can today by texting 73256, that's 73156. Type UUFNN in the message box and hit send. You can also mail a check to the office at 780 Del Monte Lane, Reno, 89511. Or if you want to simplify the process, you can sign up for automatic giving. Contact our office manager, Carol, for the authorization form. Kristen will now talk about who we will be doing the share the plate with as part of our offering this morning.
As you probably know, in recent months, Haiti has experienced an assassination of their president and then a tragic earthquake followed quickly by a hurricane. Folks who had been living outdoors after their homes were demolished by the earthquake were then pummeled by a hurricane. So for the next 2 weeks, we will shift our Share the Plate collection to our Unitarian Universalist Service Committee, who is collecting donations to support folks in Haiti. Personally, giving my donations through the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee is important to me because the UUSC has already had decades-long relationships with folks there. My first trip to Haiti was in 2014, 4 years after the devastating earthquake that struck that country in 2010. I traveled with the Unitarian Universalist College of Social Justice and the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee to meet some of our longstanding partners there. And through that visit and subsequent trips, I led Unitarian Universalists and interfaith groups to meet our partners and labor with them and consider the very complicated reality that has been shaped by so many things, including a longstanding harmful relationship with the United States. It's because of that harmful relationship with the US that I feel so adamant about playing a role in supporting our partners there. Our Haitian partners have built schools and eco-villages. They've tapped into Haitian indigenous knowledge, teaching displaced people new ways of sustainable growing and living. And they found creative and innovative ways to survive in the midst of tragedy and challenge over and over again. If you have questions about some of those partnerships, please feel free to email me or to ask about some of the experiences in Haiti. Over the next 2 weeks, you are encouraged to donate to the Emergency Response Fund through the Unitarian Universalist Service Committee. I feel comfortable asking you to make these donations because I know the folks that we are donating to, not just the folks at the UUSC, but the folks in Haiti who are doing hard work on the ground. The link is being shared in the chat and I invite you to give generously. Now let our offering begin.
This is An Unexpected Yearning. The subtitle is Black Swan by Linda Liebeck Robinson. I enjoy playing the piano just as much for myself as, and occasionally for other folks. It's been something I've enjoyed doing for the last 3 years or so. Helped keep me sane, maybe, during COVID. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you. Beautiful playing. Please join me as we bless these offerings. To the work of this fellowship, which is helping more people grow in love, faith, justice, and joy, we dedicate ourselves, and these are offerings.
Hello. I'm Sandy Young, and I'm a longtime member of the congregation. I've been involved in music of the congregation for many years. I would like to share some music reflections with you. First, I'm going to play a number on my recorder by George Philip Telemann. His years are 1681 to 1767. And he played and composed in the last part of the Baroque period, historical timeline, and sort of went over into the classical period where there's more form in the composing. I really like his pieces because he composed many songs for amateurs to play that we can study and enjoy and feel like we can play music. So I'm going to play Sonata in F and the first movement, which is called Spiritoso. I picked this particular movement because it feels strong and makes my spirit move. It fills me with kind of a warrior feeling of power to hear music like this. And reflecting this pandemic time, I really needed something to fill my time and take me through the long hours and the dark shadows outside the windows. And this music helped me. And I have to admit, Zoom was my salvation in this time. And I'm not a person who sits down and enjoys time at the computer, but Zoom gave me the opportunity to play music during the pandemic that made me feel strong and in control of my time. So I accepted some practice challenges, and I practiced daily for 6 weeks under a tutor, Trish Berlin. She's from Albany, California. And she sent out music that had a guided practice times, and she also sent out videos that we could play with. And so I practiced on all different sizes of my recorders each day. And being part of a group and playing together was really a joy. And I appreciated and was very grateful for having the space and the resources to do this. I also played music with an early music trio out of Portland, Oregon. 3 wonderful musicians who made early music instruments in their studios and then played them and shared them with others. I subscribed to several 12-week sessions playing with them 2 times a year or 2 times a week. And often there were about 40 people that joined in the Zoom playing their recorders or whatever instruments they wanted to play along with music that we had been sent out during the week. And they had early strings, bagpipes, and recorders of all types. And what was really sustaining was that I had to practice to be able to play with these musicians and be able to play with them and have fun doing it. Also, during this time, Nancy Oakley and Joyce Fisher and I took lessons from a wonderful music teacher here in Reno, Meredith Whalen. And we would play with her in her driveway if it was warm enough or cool enough to play outside. But often over the winter months and cool months, you would find us out there with bundled up in coats and caps on and fingerless gloves and with heaters sometimes by the sides of our chairs. Gave us an opportunity to join together and make music together. Also, the UU Recorder Group, consort group, met as often as we could during the time of pandemic and when we were all so isolated. We were able to sit outside and play together. But I think for me, playing with people just gives me a joy and a strength and purpose. But no matter if you like to listen and that gives you joy, it doesn't matter what kind of music, pops, opera, jazz, Irish folk songs, fiddling like we just heard here today, which was really, really great to hear. Anyway, any kind of music, it brings a special pleasure if you have the resources to do that. Thank you so much for letting me talk with you. It's been a pleasure.
Hi, my name is Bill Quinby. I've been music director for UUFNN for 10 years now, starting my 11th year next month. This year of isolation has thrown into sweet clarity just how connected we truly are. We live as a social paradox, each one of us. We can be at once alone and connected, with those two states coexisting comfortably right up to the time we think about it. Music can create a similar paradoxical connection. When we listen to music, our brains go into a state of high activity. This state is so frenzied, it is akin to fireworks for the mind. This happens largely on the creative side. On the other hand, on the other side, our thinking processes interpret words on a more analytical side. When you sing, you force the two halves of your brain to interact, strengthening the connection between the hemispheres. It was recently discovered in fMRI research that our brain waves are nearly identical when we listen to speech, like you are now. That is, my MRI would be nearly indistinguishable from your MRI. There we are again, being at once alone and together. But with this knowledge, it isn't a great leap to discover a similar pattern in both listening to and performing music. Karen has allowed me the space to realize the goal of my music ministry. I have discovered this goal is to generate hope. We'll get to the why of that in just a minute. Let's cover the how of it first. I am an improviser. Improvisationalist sounded more important, but my spell check wagged its little red line at me. Most of the music I play live for you is written on the spot. As I do this, I think of melody. I think of structure. I think of harmony and emotion. But our minds crave a couple of things that are easily supplied in music. They want something new. And they want comfort with the familiar. But if you take something new and repeat it, it becomes something familiar. I believe that a responsible composer and improviser will look for ways to give you a new familiar, if you will. Feeling you know this melody, but discovering new elements as you go. So now we are comfortable and excited about what approaches, be it happy, sad, or dramatic. The very act of expectation is the soul of being hopeful. So to summarize the how of it, individually we are following the journey of the music and looking forward to where it leads, or expectation. We all have brain waves moving the same way, which puts us together. When we sing, our individual hemispheres are connecting and strengthening. And we are again sharing those reactions. There are few things as connecting as a group of people with identical mind patterns. This ability to draw strength from both solitude and being a member of the whole can, and hopefully will, generate hope in your soul. Now, why generate hope? And why the why of it was more elusive for me. It took a little longer to figure out that hope is not the goal. Hope isn't on the list of most solution suggestions to any problem, large or small. But even though hope is not the solution in and of itself, hope is what sets the stage for the solutions to be uncovered. That is why we are nothing without hope. The ingenuity that will spark the solutions to our survival will not be struck in the dark of a world without hope. Thank you. Let me get a note here. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul. Sing with me, sing with me, sing with me, oh my soul.
Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Sandy. Now is the time in our service for offering up your prayers and concerns. Since we are on Zoom, you can enter them in the chat box during this time of prayer and meditation. Let us join together in our gesture of hope and connection. One hand on your heart, the other reaching out in connection, as we bless these concerns with a poem from Rumi. Today, like every other day, we wake up empty and frightened. Don't open the door to the study and begin reading. Take down a musical instrument. Let the beauty we love be what we do. all day and all night. Music, a quiet, bright reed song. If it fades, we fade. Blessed be.
Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Comfort me, comfort me, comfort me, oh my soul. Laugh with me, laugh with me, laugh with me, oh my soul. Laugh with me, laugh with me, laugh with me, oh my soul.
There's one additional small piece from Blake and Lee that I wanted you to see if we can pull that up.
One, two, oh.
Just start. It's okay. We'll
Okay. No,
Just start.
What was that? She goes,
She looked away and tried to get us to not laugh. One, two, three, Songs that we played are fiddle songs, and the reason we all like both.
That made me laugh, so I wanted you to enjoy it too. I apologize that I think one of our settings was a little bit off on the chat box for the prayer time this morning, so that did not seem to go as we'd hoped. So we'll be looking into that. I want to thank you so much for joining us for today's service, and I hope that you have received something that you needed or needed to be reminded of about the gift of music and what it can be for us, especially during these times. Next week, I'm excited that Emma's Revolution will be with us. We have needed to go ahead and make the call that that service will be on Zoom. Emma's Revolution will be with us in concert. So that'll be a wonderful service to invite your friends and your family and give them the link to our worship. That will be a wonderful time together. Please do watch your email for additional information that will be coming forward. And you're invited to stay online for small group conversations for coffee hour at the close of our service. And now please join with us with Bill for Emma's Revolutions. Peace, salam, shalom.
Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. salam, shalom. Hey, peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Peace, salam, shalom. Hey, peace, salam, shalom. 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 Sing it for me. Peace, salam, shalom. Let me hear you. Peace, salam, shalom. One more time. Peace, salam, shalom.
Beloveds, take the music from today and let it move you, live in you, be meaningful to you, bring you to life, and bring new life in you. You are the music that our world needs today. You are loved. Be the music. Blessed be. Amen and namaste.